Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Mario from the Barber View TV podcast. We are live. We're actually so live right now. My man Juan is in the car, and I'm at the LAX airport ready to hop on a flight. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we do it. So we are now, it's crazy. So we're now live on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, YouTube. If you have an Apple phone, we got an app for that. If you have an Android, we have an app for that. If you have a flip phone, we don't have an app for that. You better go and upgrade your situation. You know what I'm saying? So, so we are 32 countries deep, dialed into the barber culture all over the world. Follow us on all the social media platforms and make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow us wherever you can. And once again, thank you guys all for all of the love and the support. Today's podcast is sponsored by the AZ Barber Expo. It's coming to you live and direct Sunday, September 11th at the Renaissance Hotel in the Westgate area. That's in Glendale, Arizona. Hosted by Bootleg Kev with special guest Jay Majors. You guys know who he is. He's like the OG of the game when it comes to these barber expos. Tickets are still available at eventbrite.com. You do not want to miss this show. Education, barber battles, venues, the whole nine. Also, if you hear that, I'm not being stopped by police. I'm just in the airport, so I do apologize if you hear that. They're going to be playing the Arizona Cardinals will be playing the the Kansas City Chiefs, and they'll be having the game also at the event. So that way, for those fans, you're not going to miss it. They're going to have an awesome situation set up right there. So today, I'm joined in Miami, Florida, a place that I can never go to unless I have like supervision or someone escorting me there. um, a dope person, definitely changing. He's changing lives in his in a barber game, using his skill set to really just change and inspire people. He's so committed to the cause. His Instagram handle is life changing cuts, live and direct from Miami. Juan Martinez, what's up, brother? How you doing?
How's it going, yo? I greatly appreciate you for having me. Yeah, I'm here in Miami, Florida, where people vacation and leave on probation.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it. Yeah,
but
brother. Thanks so
but
much for joining us today. So, just tell us a little bit about yourself, because I know like a lot of people who know around you know about you, and those who are following you know about you. But let's let the whole world know what you're doing and what that looks like. So, first, tell us what got you involved in barbering, bro.
wow. Apparently, my uncle was a hairstylist. I'm Colombian Sicilian from New Jersey. I have been in the barber game 9 years, going on 10. I am a licensed master barber. I also do the scalp micropigmentation as well. I have my tattoo license for that. Growing up and stuff, I was always in the barbershop every week. One week they had a haircut, the next week for a tape. And then I started using the straight razor. My uncle's straight razor, who passed away, he left it, and I started using it. And I've been using that since I was 17. And everywhere I went to go, I always used my beard, and I was always well groomed. And everyone was like, "Hey, where you get your beard done?" I was like, "No, I did it myself." So, long story short, I had gotten into some trouble when back in 2012, 2012, and I moved down to Miami, and I decided to become a barber, and I made it happen. And I noticed that three out of every 50 barbers that went to school actually make it. And I've been out here on the grind, and there's a lot of trials and tribulations that come with it, and you know what? There's a lot of blessings that come with it as well. So this is something that I was actually working at IHOP, making $10 an hour, and they were screaming at me to make them $2,500 in 1 hour. And I was like, man, you know what? I can't do this no more. I can't do this no more. So you got the wrong one. First of all, you ain't gonna be yelling at me. But then there's just something clicking. I see, you know what? As a bar in the barber platform, but you can really change people's lives just with a haircut. It's not all about the haircut. It's also about the conversation. It's about everything that's entitled with that. Our platforms, we touch so many lives and touch so many people, man. A haircut is also a statement on where, you know, um, you taking care of yourself, and it's also taking care of your mental game too, you know. So that's something
For
that,
sure.
I can't stress enough. Mental health, is definitely one of the things that, that us as barbers can actually help other people out. You never know what they're going through in that day, you know.
That's
So
dope. So it's funny, man, because like a lot of people, and thanks so much for sharing that story. Once again, here we're live with Juan Martinez, aka Life Changing Cuts, based out of Miami, Florida. Um, in regards to once again, those successful barbers that I always see and hear about, barbering always ends up being like their second career that they find and they just love. But it was always in the background, like you said with your uncle. Tell us, how has barbering impacted your life?
wow, wow, I just got goosebumps. You asking me about it. You know, when I was in IHOP, um, being a line cook, you know, I was thinking I had two sons already. They didn't live with me at the moment, but circumstances changed. That I have full custody of both of my sons, and I have have 5 kids in total now. That not only to be able to provide, you know, there's also, you know, it's an underrated skill and an underrated profession that people don't really know about, but they also respect at the same time. You know, so I was always wondering how I can be impactful to anybody and also still make some good money, and you know, and something that I have a sense of pride in. You know, it was streets. It was either go to the streets or go to jail with me. I didn't have any role models or anybody to guide me, or at least I thought I did it. You know, I was in jail from 12 to 18. I never been to high school, never seen anybody, and then when I came out, you know, I was pretty much thrown in the trenches inside the mud, and I had to dig myself out. So I know that barbering, you know, was able to save my life, man. You know, and I have been able to touch so many people. I just came back from a rehab right now to cut hair for free for people who just came off the streets, and that's something that, to me, that's the service that I can give back without expecting nothing in return. Just that these people do so much more for me than they'll ever believe. So,
That's dope, man. Once again, hey guys, I'm joined
yeah,
with Juan Martinez here. You can find him at Life Changing Cuts. He's down there in Miami. So that's interesting, bro, because like, you seem very humble and you're filled with humility and you're very empathetic to what people go through. It seems like a lot of the barbers to this day, they're worrying about getting a quick buck. They don't care about their foundation. You just said today that
yeah.
something that no one will ever admit. Yo, I worked at IHOP making $10 an hour. No one will ever say that. They would never
Well, then
say
they
that
ain't
because it
humble.
doesn't sound cool. It does exactly. It doesn't sound sexy. It doesn't give me more IG followers. But that's why you're
You
in a
know what?
position that you're right now. Because go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry.
That none
So
of that
like
means nothing
those
to me
things
when
are
it comes down to that.
exactly
You're like
right.
as
I
in as
mean, so go ahead.
I'm a more of a behind the scenes type of guy. Yeah, everyone wants to cut all the rappers. I'd rather get the producers. You
Because I'm
feel
gonna
me?
say it like
So it's
this.
like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
fine.
makes
You can take
perfect
all the
sense,
fame.
man.
You can take all the
So
fame.
so
I don't
tell us
need
a little.
that.
Exactly. So tell us a little bit about and you have a shop down in Miami, or what's your situation down there?
Well, you know what? So like I said, I used to go to rehabs and stuff, you know, and I know a lot of barbers also deal with it too. You know, yeah, I got addicted to drugs and alcohol, and I was able to change my life. And I'm actually 17 months sober, you know, without anything. And, you know, I see that
Congrats.
all the blessings that have come back behind it, you know. And as far as owning a shop, you know, I do rent. I do rent a booth at a shop, you know, and just rebuilding my life, you know, taking different stepping stones as it comes, you know. Like I said, that comes with changing lives one haircut at a time. And that's definitely my model that I do live by, you know. And no matter if it's a kid or if it's a grown man or an elderly person or even a woman, you know. So that as getting a barbershop and stuff, you know, it is in the plans in the future. But you know, I also have to focus more on the foundation, you know, about why I want a barbershop. So I mean, just to
That
make the money is cool and dandy and all that stuff, but to actually change someone's life, man, you know, that's just worth more than money to me, you know, because you never know what that person or wow, you know, that I can't even express how much, you know, on that, you know. It's good to take care of the
and
family, but you know,
yeah, and there's definitely a time and a place for everything as you build your foundation, you strengthen your foundation, you're building your brand, you're getting your awareness out. So everything is just gonna come. the way, the way God intended. So I truly do believe that, and perfection can't be rushed. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it won't.
So
It
that
won't.
does make
It's only sharpened.
so that makes exactly. That makes perfect sense. So tell us a little bit, man. This Every barber is now putting SMP into their toolbox. Why did you decide to do
Yep.
SMP? And kind of tell me about the SMP game down there in Miami. Because in Miami, everybody's got to look fly as possible. So I can only imagine it's going to
Yep.
be boosted with popularity.
Oh man, it's off the chain right now. To be honest, the guy who I learned it from, he's actually doing this thing. I just recently did it this year. Like I said, I burned my world to the ground and building it up, and I thought about what's the best way to go ahead and educate myself and be able to provide another service, for somebody else, to make them feel good. I have had many bald people, people with alopecia, cancer survivors, so they have scars and all kinds of stuff, and they're always self-conscious about it. To be able to go ahead and give somebody an option, another option too, is it's amazing. It's amazing. And then the SMP down here is getting really popular. To mind you, I thought about this 4 years ago, and the class was 2,000. Now the class is going up to 4,500 to 5 grand, for the class. That's how much the popularity is on that. So it was all about self improvement, self educating. So that's something that I'm really getting big on. So I spent too much time worrying about other things and other people and trying to make others happy. But how can I go ahead and elevate myself, and make some quantum leaps in the level, not just for me, but for my family. So,
Yeah, that's what's up, brother. I mean, that's awesome. Once again, people, we're joined by Juan Martinez. His IG handle is Life Changing Cuts there on IG, so make sure to check him out and show him some love for sure. So, what have you learned the most about yourself doing this whole evolution of getting out of jail and then making this transition and having wonderful kids? Like, what has been the one thing that you're learning about yourself now?
but anything is possible. Anything is possible. I put God first and I put myself. If you're not happy within yourself, how you gonna make the others around you happy? And that's something that's really big, and I live by. That my happiness and I protect it. I protect it by any means. And I didn't cherish or even look into the self evolution, within myself. I just thought, what, barbering, staying behind a chair for 10 hours a day was it. But I know there's much more to life now than, like, I put my time in, and now I go home and I spend time with my kids, man. So that's something really important, really big when it comes down to that. Anybody can cut hair, but to actually change someone's life behind the chair, yeah, that's something totally different.
Absolutely, yeah, and I really do appreciate that response. In regards to the style in Miami, bro, it seems like I remember there was a time where styles lasted for more than like a year. Now styles are changing like every day. So tell us about the flavor of Miami. What are people getting down there that's unique to what other people are getting in other cities?
Bro, I can't wait till the Soup Bowl comes back because I've been throwing more Soup Bowls now than hey, I love it. I ain't gonna lie, because what they're doing is they're getting like a number two with a straight bald underneath, no fade, no nothing, with a little baby design, man. And that's something. The styles are crazy. You got all different cultures coming out here. You got a lot of people from Cuba, all Central America, South America. It's an international place, so it brings a whole bunch of different styles. So you got to be diverse and also in your catalog of haircuts that you can do. And one thing I will tell barbers, don't be afraid to try something new when it comes down to it. That's something. Like some people are afraid to use scissors. Hey, I bring it on. The only haircut I don't know how to do is a mushroom. I'm gonna let you know that now.
A what? What? A mushroom?
A
What's that?
mushroom. It's called a mushroom. It's a typical Hispanic young man haircut, bro. My cousin had it's long hair on top, and it looks like a mushroom. It just falls completely like a umbrella off of your head, bro. And it's a typical Hispanic kid's
That's
haircut,
crazy.
first haircut, man. My wife told me she was gonna have, and I said, bro, you bring my son home with a mushroom, bro. Best believe I got them clippers in the car at all times. Just stop playing with me.
He's ready to take it on down.
But
I
now,
love it. I love it, bro.
but there's a lot of fades out here. A lot of comb overs and stuff. A lot of print boy looks and stuff. They got the comb over with the fade on the sides. A lot of pompadours coming out back in style. A lot of traditional haircuts are coming back. So, yeah,
It
just gotta make sure
it's
you
it's
have your okay.
no, it's funny how things always leave out of style and end up coming right back to where it was like not even 5 years. I remember when like we used to rock the like the stonewashed jeans and everyone was like, "Oh, that's
Uh huh.
whack, that's whack." And now everybody's rocking. So it's funny
With
how
rips.
yeah, so back to like style, right? Like it's funny how haircuts is a big part of like even with runway shows and the way people step out, like if you don't, you can have on like a $2,000 shirt, $3,000 jeans. If you're not rocking, oh no, like I'm sorry, I'm back. If you're not rocking a haircut that matches all of the style that you're rocking, like you can have a $5,000 outfit, but if that hair's not looking good,
Right.
it's all for nothing. But I have a question for you: why do people they'll go out and they'll get the Gucci belt, the $1,000 Prada shoes, but they won't pay for a good haircut. They'll try to like
Bro.
be all like, oh, but like why you going up in price, stuff like that.
And you know what, man? I had that issue. I actually charge the most in my barber shop. I'm in a barber shop where, well, there's 10 barbers. I'm one out of two who speak English. The other six, there's six Cubans in there. They're between the 38 and 50. There's a barber there's been there. There's this barber for 60 years. He's an old man, And when it comes down to upping prices and stuff, like people just get grandfathered in. But I know I've been at the shop I've been at now for a little bit over a year, and no, I refuse. You don't sit there and argue with Walmart. I ain't price matching. No, I know what I'm worth, and no, for real. Well, people be like, oh, I can go down the street and get a $10 cheaper than us. Well, hey, guess what? I charge double to fix that extra 10. Just so you know, might as well go ahead and get you a no, for real. People are like that. People are like that, man. And it's all right. I ain't for everybody. I ain't trying to be for everybody, and that's something that I have known. If you want to appreciate me and what I bring to the table, you can bring me a picture or whatever you want. If I can't do it, I will definitely tell you right there before I even start. I can't do that. Like, I don't do designs because one, people don't want to pay for the art. Like all these people, you're doing these portraits in people's head. Are you really going? Do you think that people are really going to give you $200 for the 2 or 3 hours you're there? You're sitting there fading out, putting a Bob Marley in the back of someone's head. Come on, like that's that for me that's not where it's at. You know, I'd rather go ahead and do a flat top or whatever they want to go ahead and get done. And no one wants to be sitting in the barbershop for hours either. So by the time you do that one design, I done 4 or 5 haircuts. So it's all about productivity and then also too quality with me when it comes down to that.
So that's interesting. We were talking about like the cuts and the prices and stuff like that. Um, in regards to like you elevating your prices because you're getting more skills, you're getting more experience. Why do you think the OGs or the people that aren't are they not bringing their prices up because they don't want to better themselves or they're comfortable with where they're at right now? Because that's an interesting thing that we may need to touch on.
Well, there's an older man who's right next to me, and he's been at the same shop for 22 years. The shop's been open for 25, and he still stays with. Even though we elevated the prices, he kept his at the same because his clientele was so used to it, and he doesn't. Like I feel that he doesn't want to lose his clientele over $5. So I'm not. I came to that shop with a different mindset that what I'm gonna charge what I'm worth, and I'm not for everybody. So it, that's something that I have learned.
But but that's interesting though because like they're scared to lose a customer
Hmm.
allegedly, right? Because we don't really
Uh huh.
know until we
Yeah,
physically
yeah,
ask the
yeah.
question.
Right.
But but in the same breath, their rent's going up, their
Yep.
electricity's going up, their supplies are going up. I remember we just ordered some supplies for the shop, and even supplies is going up. But they rather take on that responsibility of, I'm gonna call it, subsidizing
Hmm.
their finances through that. So to me, I think that's a big problem. I don't know if it's just an old school mentality, but when your bills go up and you're short every month because you're not
Hmm.
charging for your experience, bro, it's just like the barbecue game. In barbecue, you should be able to get
Hmm.
like a plate for like $5 now. Barbecue. I don't know if you went to go eat barbecue lately, but those cats, they're cooking for 14 hours, like
25,
brisket and stuff
30.
like that. So now you're getting taxed, but there's a reason behind that love. It's the 14 plus hours
Hmm.
someone is on a pit making it for you, and so I don't understand why some people rather just they're essentially losing money to me, right? They're
Right.
losing
No,
money
absolutely.
to subsidize the customer because they're literally subsidizing that expense so they won't lose a customer. Um,
Right.
is there any mentality that can be changed, or do you think there's nothing that we could do about it?
You know what? I just feel like it's the mentality of the barber depends on that. I personally, like if I lose a client, it makes room for a better one. So someone who's willing to pay. That's it's all about too the mentality that the person has behind it. Like I said, I have a level of gratitude that what anything above zero is a blessing, but I am gonna charge my worth. And if people don't, like if other barbers want to go ahead and charge what they're worth, that's on them. But I know that when a client or a customer sits in my chair, I'm gonna lace them up and they're gonna tell everybody about it, no matter what the price is. So, and then again, I also do a lot of other things that a lot of the barbers in my I do hot towel shaves, which is a dying art, and that's something that I stand by. I hot towel shaves, Beijing, all that type of stuff. I do all that stuff. I also diversify my portfolio when it comes down to that. I'm not trying to do a skin fade every time. Nah, forget that. I can make that same money as a skin fade, but shaving somebody. You feel me? So,
Exactly.
and that's something
So
that.
you,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
Oh no, go ahead. Go
Oh, you
ahead.
got it. No, I was gonna say, like, when it comes to the barber game, you guys are like rock stars now. Like, you have such a big platform.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are recognized to me as a legit job. They have new people coming out the game,
Mm-hmm.
coming out of school saying, "I want to be a barber," and that's pretty impressive. That's physically happening. Um, but in the same token, everyone in the there's a lot of people in the barber game now. It's almost like rock stars, right? So do you feel the pressure of that to compete against the world in regards to your skills, or do you feel like you're right where you need to be at and your customers are your customers? Do you have the urge to kind of compete on that big stage?
To be honest, man, I'm in competition with myself. I'm not
Hmm.
Fulano or Enrique over there. They're doing their thing. I've learned too. I stay in my lane. I put myself on my cruise control and I swerve when I need to be. And I used to care about all that type of stuff. Now I care about providing for my family in a way that the family now is so much more important when it comes down to that, man. And if I'm worried about what Fulano's doing over there, then I'm not gonna focus, and my quality is gonna come down where I'm at. Does that make sense?
That
Because
makes
I'm
perfect
putting on
sense because at the
because
end of
I'm
the
putting
day,
energy on what this guy's doing and try to copy what he's doing. That I'm not gonna be original, you know. So that's
that
I'm
makes
all I'm
sense.
all so I'm all about being original, and I mind my business. I go home and you know what I come, and I'm happy. And that's it. I mean I don't mind it. Hey, the talent, your work speaks for itself, man. Even when you're not in competition, people feel like they're in competition with you because you're that good, or you do something better than them, and they're gonna want to learn and learn from you. So like, I don't think there's competition. I see, what, if I do something above average, and the next guy who does it below average, now I'm gonna try to bring them up too, so that way we all can eat. It's not all about just one person, one barber trying to make all the money. To me, it's more as a unit. We all got families. And then, and when all of
Absolutely.
us are on the same level, or if not better than one another, then that shop gets a reputation in the clients. Like, hey, you go over to so and so barbershop, you're gonna get you a good fade. Versus, yeah, you can go in there and go ask for Jacob, but don't ask for Jimmy. Jimmy's still learning. So so I'm all about bettering everybody around us as a unit. So that's why I do show people, what I can do. You can't expect to excel by holding on only the information to yourself. Your information is meant to be shared, and empowering other
Yep,
people and bringing
absolutely.
everybody in unity. So, especially in this barber
That
game, you
makes
got
perfect.
so many new people coming into this game, not knowing and assuming. Like this paint game, where they had the little spray paint and stuff like that, man, they're just messing people up, man. They're not learning the actual techniques of how to fade and blend. They're just doing a half fade, throwing some spray on it, and then there they go. When there's people take a shower, they're they don't have a justified haircut, you know.
Uh, you're right, brother. And that's the thing about just understanding the craft, respecting the craft, and investing in it to where you're consistently doing things like great on the big scale all the time, and being able to translate that down to the customer because you already know it's good until you wash your hair, right? It's good to when you lay on that pillowcase and all you see is like paint everywhere. It's
I
crazy,
do
bro.
Beijing
But
too.
yo, man,
I have.
yeah, Beijing. I mean, when I was in Atlanta, Beijing was big, so I used to always get the Beijing as well. So that's dope as well. So hey, brother, tell people well we could find you if we're in Miami and we want to book a dope cut with you down there in Miami. Where can we find you at?
I'm at Dazzle Style Barbershop, 11865 Southwest 26th Street. And Dazzle Style has three locations. I'm at location number one.
All right, hey, you guys heard it first, and also make sure to check my man out. Go ahead and shout your IG out, man, and what else services that you provide as well.
I'm at Life Changing Cuts Instagram. I provide haircuts, all styles, hot towel shaves, regular shaves, eyebrows, Beijing, color. I do many facials. I got the black mask. I do scalp micropigmentation. You need a new front end, bro. I got you.
He said the front end. Look, me, I'm a,
Hey,
I'm
hey,
getting
man,
there,
come see me
dog.
at my. Hey, you can come down to Miami and give me a call. I'll change your life too, man, dog. No worries.
I love it, Doug. I
So
appreciate you, brother. This is Mario with Mr. Juan Martinez at Life Changing Cuts Barbecue TV. We out, everybody. Peace out.
peace out. Have a blessed day. All right.